We are now somewhere just beyond this little mound. Should be what we are looking for. Yes, there it is. Just strolling off and ambling off into the distance is the spotty bum of little Hosana cat. So he's kind of moving around in his usual haunt between Gallagher. It seems like he's heading in a slightly different route. He normally kind of heads towards the dam in front of camp, so we're Telepan, but he's actually scent marking his way a little bit more to the sort of east at the moment. But he is literally spraying every single bush that he can at the moment. Don't know what's gotten into him. He's kind of frenzied in his marking. Maybe this is him now starting to kind of assert himself. Who knows? It's going to be quite interesting to see how this all works. But we're going to try and keep up with him and try and see if he's going to allow us to sort of keep up with him. Where he's walking is generally should be okay. It shouldn't be too hectic to kind of follow him for now. But if he cuts a little bit further to the east, it can get a bit tricky. Anisha, you say yay, a leopard? Yes, I think anybody would be like that. Leopards are the best things. I know some people maybe get tired of the fact that we just follow leopards around all day long, but I don't. I'm afraid it's my favorite part of my job is that I get to spend so much time with leopards every single day. I absolutely love kind of following these guys around, particularly this crazy character, because he gets up to all kinds of things and he's highly entertaining when he does. So it's very cool to kind of have him around, and we get very spoilt by having leopards like Hosana in these areas that allow us to kind of get these crazy views of them. Now, of course, if I could actually catch up with him, we would be able to see him, but he's moving quite quickly, so a lot faster than I first thought. But there we go. We've caught up now. Go up onto the mound. Are you going to go up onto the mound? No mound for Hosana this. Carol, indeed. So scent marking comes first, and then sawing will be the next big milestone in Hosana's development as a leopard. There we go. Hello, boy. Are you just on a mission of your own today? This is kind of seems as though he's very busy this morning. He's walking quite quickly around. But yes, so sawing would be the next kind of big milestone as a male leopard, followed by mating. Those will be the next kind of things. And then once he's got sawing, mating, and scent marking down, that's pretty much him as a male leopard and hopefully establishing himself as a territorial male in an area. Now, it's going to be interesting the response that Tingana has to all of this marking. He might just be kind of fine with it for now, but I doubt it's going to last long. I'm pretty sure Tingana will start to get a bit irritated, especially if he starts to soar, and especially if he starts to try and mate with females. And I think Tingana's kind of attitude towards Hosana might somewhat change a little bit. You never know, though. There's stranger things have happened, and there are leopards that tolerate their sons in their territories from time to time, and so maybe we'll have that kind of happen here with Tingana and Hosana. Wouldn't that be nice to have our little boy kind of spending all of his life around this area? Karen, no idea. I mean, this is the beauty of being out in a wilderness area. He's stalking Nyala. I can see the Nyalas on our right-hand side now, actually. So that's the beauty of being out here. Sometimes we just don't know the answers to these things. We can speculate and we can think and we can kind of come up with some theories. But in the end of the day, there's the Nyalas there that he's watching at the moment. At the end of the day, we don't really know what's going to happen. We don't know whether or not, he's going to get chased away. If maybe Tingana's going to get upset. He's not going to get anywhere near these Nyala. The dwarf mongoose are shouting at him, if you can hear it. That's why his tail is up, and wouldn't be surprised we hear a Nyala bark fairly shortly too. But Tingana might be tolerant and allow him to carry on, might also smell that phlegm and grimace and decide, hang on a second, this is not what I want, another male around, and might then start trying to kind of actively sort of chase down Hosana and chase him away. We don't know, but so far the interactions between them have been completely civil, even though they have been on carcasses together and through various different things. Now, Hosana, you've missed the boat here, I'm afraid, boy. You can see he's trying to sneak around these Nyala now, but the Nyala are watching in this direction. So I'm pretty sure we're going to hear a bark shortly. There we go. You can hear them barking already. He's going to lift his tail and say to everyone, I'm not hunting you. Stop shouting at me. Squirrels are alarm calling. Hosana, you've not been stealthy in this approach, but there is more marking. As you can see, head rubbing, urine spraying. It's almost every bush that he's doing it on at the moment. So it's I don't know if it's just a new thing for him and he's just kind of loving the fact that he can pee everywhere, or if it's maybe, you know, the testosterone is starting to actually kind of push through. Mr. Public, possibly. Being on his own early might have accelerated the fact that he's trying to start kind of show, or he's starting to show dominant behavior. Could be that it accelerated it, being orphaned, but I don't know. I mean, you know, he's still a long way from being a territorial male. Just because he's spraying a few bushes does not make him, you know, dominant in this area, and certainly does not mean that he has pushed Tingana out by any stretch of the imagination. So, you know, there's a long way to go, and this is the display that we're seeing has only just really started in terms of him actually really properly scent marking. Before it was almost looked like a bit play. He was kind of doing it because maybe instinct, but there you go. You can see now he's actually really scraping as he scent marks. So he kind of will scrape his back legs and urinate, which is a proper territorial marking. That is not just a male. There we go. You see he's doing it again. Literally is spraying every couple meters. Somewhere is getting some sort of scent of urine on it. And lots of nyalas just barking around him as well. But let's follow him before he disappears over the ridge. Luckily he took us on a very nice route through this drainage line, because had he gone in a different direction. What are you doing, Hosana? Now he's grabbing bushes and trees and doing all kinds of other nonsense. Let's see, is he going to go up? He's definitely looking up as if he wants to go. No, he's decided he's going to walk that way. I thought he might head towards the dam. On this pathway would have taken him back towards the dam cam, but he's now turned again and is going the opposite direction. So I don't know where he's off to at the moment, but seems to have a plan in mind and seems to be taking us for the ride at this stage. He's not too sort of stressed about... Ooh, sorry, Darby. Just trying to figure out where I'm actually going to go here, because I suppose the best way would be through here, but there's a bit of a stump there. Right, now we traded in our Ellies for Hosana, but it sounds like Steve up in the Mara has got Ellies of his own, so let's send you off to them.